everyone. Happy Saturday. Hey, Peach. So for today, I'm going to be doing free readings as well as accepting donations. For today, the free readings are going to be at random because I'm only going to be on for about 2 hours probably, and I don't really have the time to take a list. So go ahead and just post your questions, and I will just choose at random the questions that I'm drawn to answer for. If you want to guarantee a reading, then please donate. I appreciate all donations. Also, I'm trying to build my channel, so if you can subscribe, that would be great. Also, if you hit the notification bell, it will notify you every time that I go live. What does my spirit guide have to say about my career? We're going to go with that one first. We have the Empress, which to me right off the bat makes me feel like something to do with maternity of some sort. Something to do maybe like a doula or like a OBGYN. Something to do with caring for young children or babies in general or the mothers of children. Just a lot of feminine energy there with the Empress. More feminine energy here. We also have strength, which has to do with gentle influence and compassion. With the strength card and Seven of Pentacles to do with growth. So again, we have two cards here that have to do with growth. With the strength card, I want to pull from the life purpose oracle and see if we can get any more clarifiers here. When it comes to strength, we have this card just fell out. We have children. Your life purpose involves helping children. So when I said, it says helping, teaching, and healing children. Remember when I said caring for babies? Or like, you know, the mothers of babies or something to do with, it has something to do with children. Strength also has to do with having patience and control. Remember when I said compassion? Growth could have something to do with watching those babies turn into children and watching them grow and caring for them as they grow. So that Empress card has to do with growth as well. So that could have to do with, you know, you could be a nanny of some sort, an au pair. Definitely has to do with children. See, if you look at the Empress, the reason why that triggered that was because to me she looks like she's pregnant. So that makes me feel like, you know, when I said doula or OBGYN, I was thinking definitely has something to do with, oh, thanks, Peach, maternity of some sort. You're someone who can invest and help someone grow, you have the patience there and the strength to nurture. You have a very nurturing kind of personality. Anything else? Career? Anything else? Career? Ooh. Career. We have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make the changes accordingly. And we have let go. Walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So, like I said, you have this strength. You also have the sensitivity to deal with this as well. Right now, to figure out your career path and figure out how you want to move forward. But also, if this is something that calls to you, you do have the sensitivity to deal with that. And then we also have let go, walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So if you're trying to figure out your career or you're struggling with that, what it's saying is kind of walk away, maybe not really focus too hard on it. I'm kind of getting the feeling like go somewhere, do something that you're not really paying such close attention to, and the signs are going to come to you. So if you can, go out on a walk, go on a hike, go on a vacation if you are able to of some sort, or a weekend getaway or something. Kind of get out of your head a little bit, because it's going to come to you. This is going to all start to make a little bit more sense. So I hope that helps. But it definitely has to do with children, babies, helping them grow. You definitely have the strength for it. I'm seeing it all there for you. And this card just flew right out, like before I even really had the chance to shuffle. So that was confirmation. All right, Peach, since you donated, thank you very much. What is your question? My camera might go out for a minute, guys. Don't be alarmed. I'm still here. All right, so Peach wants to know, will RS offer a committed relationship for the holidays? All right, my camera should be back. Before the holidays. All right, we'll try to get a yes or no there. Will RS offer a committed relationship for the holidays? Shay, there is no list today. It's a random free list. So I'm just picking for my free readings at random. For instance, Peach donated, so she got priority. If you want to guarantee a free reading, guarantee a reading, please donate. But if you want to hang around and hope for a free one, then feel free to do so. I just can't make any guarantees of a free reading today. All right. Will RS offer a committed relationship to Peach for the holidays? Yes or no? Will RS offer a committed relationship to Peach for the holidays? Yes or no? Oh my goodness. So we got the Seven of Cups, which is probably the biggest uncertain card that there could be. The Seven of Cups is about someone who's making decisions still, someone who's still making choices. That's what that card literally means. It's like they're daydreaming and they're still thinking about their choices and what I'm wondering if that's your energy coming through after I just flipped that card, because you want this decision to be made before the holidays. But the Seven of Cups is, it's not a yes, it's not a no, but it's not a yes. So they're still deciding. They still have plenty of options, plenty of choices right now that they're deciding upon. The Seven of Swords is just a very strong maybe. Or Seven of Cups, I'm sorry, not Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups. And the Three of Swords just signifies just unsatisfaction in this. Will RS offer a committed relationship to Peach before the holidays? Yes or no? Please confirm. Will RS offer a committed relationship to Georgia Peach? So we do have the Knight of Wands coming through, which is very positive. It's showing a sign of passion. The Knight of Wands is the type of energy that's one of action, one of impulse. So I will say that if this person does make this decision before the holidays, which right now the energy surrounding the question is still undecided, it's going to be a very impulsive, quick, probably coming out of nowhere. I don't really think you're going to see it coming. It's going to be one that's kind of unpredictable. Like, I just don't think you're going to be expecting to hear from him. It's probably going to come out of the blue. Like, you're just probably going to give up on him and maybe not fully, but I think that it's just going to be completely unexpected that you're going to hear from him with that Knight of Wands, because Knight of Wands is someone who acts on impulse when they do. And they just act on. It's just action. It's just no really thinking through something. It's not as hasty as a Knight of Swords, but it's someone who's just, I'm just gonna be in the moment and just be in this passion and be in this lust and be just, I'm just gonna act. I'm not really gonna think about it. It's just a very impulsive kind of card. So with that, this card coming out surrounding this question, I think that if it does happen, what Spirit's saying is that you're just really not probably going to expect it. He's just going to act on impulse and he's just going to reach out to you. If you guys do donate, please let me know how you donated, Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, so that way I can verify and then go ahead and ask your question. So Peach, I hope that you understood that it's unclear still, that it's still undecided. But if it does happen, it's going to literally come out of nowhere, and I don't think you're going to expect it to happen. He's just going to make a decision on impulse and just reach out to you about it. I'm seeing a lot of single energy here. That's not... Oh, you're asking another question. Okay. You want to know, could the delay be because he's with someone else? Okay. Hey everyone that's just hopping on. Good to see you guys. First and foremost, thank you for joining us. If you could, I'm trying to build my channel, so I would love it if you guys subscribe. And if you want to know anytime I go live, please hit the notification bell. Sometimes I do free readings, sometimes I just do donations. It all depends on what's going on that day. Today I am doing free readings. They are going to be at random today because I'm only going to be on, I started about 20 minutes ago maybe. I'm only going to be on for about 2 hours total, so I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. If you want to guarantee a reading, please donate any amount that you see fit. I would be really appreciative of. But if you just want to hang around and hope that I get to you, then feel free to do so, and I'll try to get to everybody for a free reading. But the free readings are at random, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to get to everybody. I'm not really going in any particular order. I'm just kind of going at the questions that I'm drawn to answer. So, like I said, if you want to guarantee a reading, please donate. All right, so Peach donated for a second question and wants to know, could the delay be because he's with someone else? Okay. Is RS with anyone else romantically? RS is not with anyone else romantically. Is RS with anyone else romantically? It doesn't look like it, Peach. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's with anyone else romantically. I'm going to ask, could the delay be because he's with someone else romantically? Could the delay with Peach be because RS is with someone else romantically? No. Could the delay be because RS is with someone else? No. I don't see it that way. I feel like that's how you feel. Again, the Three of Swords is coming out. I think that you think this. I think that you think RS is with someone else, and I think that's what you think the holdup could be. But when asking if RS is with someone else romantically, we have the Four of Cups and we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands signifies when someone is feeling a heavy responsibility, a heavy burden, and they're going through something where they're not really paying much mind to anything else that's going on around them because of the significant responsibility. The Four of Cups is one who's in an apathetic state of mind where they really couldn't care less about anything else that's going on around them. They're just despondent. They don't care about anyone or anything, and they're in this state of mind and this energy. It's kind of funky. They're in a funk. They're just kind of bored of it all, you know? So when asking if they're interested or with anyone else, or they're in a romantic situation with anyone else, I'm getting the Four of Cups and the Ten of Wands. I just don't see those two cards as like involved with anyone else significantly. And then asking if this could be the reason for the delay, we have the Three of Swords. And Three of Swords just came out in the previous question. I just feel like you're very heartbroken and very like heartache about this, because you're like, why? Thanks for the subscription, guys. You're like, why isn't he reaching out to me? Why isn't he contacting me? Like, what could be the reason that he's not doing this? Like, it has to be someone else. And I think that's why the Three of Swords keeps coming out, because you're just feeling so torn about the situation. So just know that, like, that's not what's coming through in the reading, and that's not really what I'm feeling. I think he just has, like, a lot of stress going on with that Ten of Wands card. Don't act like you know me. I think that I do a little bit. Yes, I do think that. Okay, so if anyone donates, just want to throw that disclaimer out there that if you donate, please, please, please put in the comments that you donated, maybe with some emojis attached to it, because I don't want to miss that you donated to me. Once you do that, I'll verify. Just let me know if it was through Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, and you will be moved to the top of the list and guarantee a reading. You're welcome, Peach. Is P still in the chat? I think that they had a question. Is P still here? Thanks for the donations, Peach, as always. Shan Mona, the donations list is pretty open right now. I just finished up Peach's last donation. So if you wanted to donate, I'll move you to the top of the list. The information scrolling along the bottom of the screen for my different Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. Aries, thank you for the sub. You want to know why Drew is being so distant. He acts like he doesn't even want this connection. Should I give up and stop trying? Okay. Why is Drew being distant towards Aries Empress? Why is Drew being distant? Aries Empress. Just a reminder for everyone who's hopping in, if you do donate, please let me know in the chat so that way I can make sure I add you to the list. If you should give up and stop trying, of course, free will is up to you, Aries, but the things that I'm seeing are making me feel like I think that his mind is wandering to other possibilities, other things that could be outside of you. I don't necessarily think that he's gone on to be with anybody else or think of, like actually like moved on to anyone else. But he's definitely thinking about it. With the King of Swords, someone who's gaining some perspective here. The King of Swords is very mental. So they're thinking a lot. They're trying to gain a lot of perspective and, excuse me, they can be kind of cold. Hold on, let me get a drink real quick. I feel like he's maybe not being very communicative with you right now. Ironically enough, even though the King of Swords is there, that's just the feeling that I'm getting because I'm having trouble communicating right now. But the King of Swords is someone who's doing a lot of thinking and trying to gain a lot of perspective, very deep in their thoughts about what they want and if they want something with you. The Four of Cups is an apathetic, despondent kind of energy. And with that, I think that the energy is kind of bored. And I'm just going to say it how it is because that's just how I'm seeing it. I think that Drew is being distant because Drew is being bored. You said he acts like he doesn't even want this connection. That's what I'm getting with the Four of Cups. I'm not saying that he's with someone else, but I'm saying that he's thinking, what could it be like to be with someone else? With the Three of Cups, that can signify someone else in the relationship, or maybe thinking about expanding. Threes are about expansion or moving forward, or, you know, another person in the relationship. So I'm not saying that he is involved with someone else, but I'm saying he's thinking about what it could be like to maybe move past the current relationship with you into something else with someone else. With that Knight of Cups energy right next to the Three of Cups. This is kind of like his current energy right now and kind of what he's thinking about. I'm not saying that's what he's doing. Just because you have thoughts doesn't mean that's what you're physically doing. Do you get what I'm saying? I want you to understand that there's a difference. But I think that he's kind of daydreaming a little bit and thinking about what things could be like. With the Hierophant, he's wanting to experience a deep compassion and a deep love. He wants to experience these romantic feelings. He wants to experience this connection and identify with someone and feel like he, you know, has the same values, the same beliefs with someone. The Hierophant's about as well as like spiritual connection and religion. And I think that he just wants to be on that same wavelength with someone. With the World coming up, you know, that's about feeling complete and feeling like a sense of completion with someone. And I feel like he's kind of just, his mind is kind of wandering, you know, what else is out there. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this reading. So I want you to know, like, I don't necessarily think he's moved on per se. I don't necessarily think he's involved with someone else. He could be, but I just think that he's doing a lot of thinking and he's kind of like just not satisfied with how things are right now. And he's like, am I settling? And I think that maybe you're wondering the same thing. So of course, free will. I can't sit here and tell you, should you move on? But I just kind of feel like this is the energy surrounding me. He's really thinking about what would things be like if he was with someone else or if he was in another relationship. I think he's just looking for these values and these alignments and these connections. And I feel like maybe he's just not. And so that's kind of where his head is at. So that's kind of what I'm picking up in this reading. Hey, Peach, do you want me to make you a moderator? Because you're like always here and I love you. If you don't want to be, it's okay. It's not going to hurt my feelings, but I just thought I'd ask. You're welcome, Aries. Thanks, Crystal. You're welcome, Aries, if I didn't say that already. Shan Mona, go ahead with your question. Thank you for the donation. Okay, Peach, you should be a moderator now. Guys, my screen's going to go out for a second, but I'm still here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for liking. Did Shan post her question? I think my video is a little delayed. Shan Mona, whenever you're ready with your question, I'm ready to go. Happy birthday. Thanks for subscribing and liking, everyone. I really appreciate it. Okay, this is for Shan Mona. Is it over between S, B, and I? goodness. I don't mean to laugh, but like, I have never, there's so much hanging in the balance and balancing and undecisiveness that's like the most that's come up. This is so crazy. You know, Shan, I don't think it's been decided yet. I think the energy here is, hold on, let me keep going. I laugh because I think spirit sometimes, you know, just doesn't want us to know the answer. And so they just throw out all these cards that are just like telling me no, like not no, but maybe or yes and no. And they just kind of give me so many that are just throwing me all over the place. But we have so many maybe cards here. Is it over between SB and Shandy? Over between Shandy. Let's see here. Let me just tap into this energy real quick. I just don't think, I'm going to go with this. I don't think that it is. And the reason I say that, let me get these like more in frame a little bit. We have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man straight off the bat is no. I asked yes or no, and we have no. The Hanged Man is about being in suspension. And to me, when I read that card, it makes me feel like a decision hasn't been made yet, but also we're not really moving forward. We're not really moving back. We're not really, can you guys not see my post? Shan, this is for you. Are you not? That's what I'm reading right now. Is it over between SB and I? I asked, is it over between SB and I? Yes or no? This is your post here. So right off the bat, we have the Hanged Man. I have a no card. The Hanged Man signifies being held in suspension, right? So you're kind of stagnant and you're not really moving. And this is a no card for me when asking yes or no questions. So I don't feel like it's over. The card itself, okay, good. Okay. The card itself can signify letting go and sacrifice, but I specifically asked, you know, show me a yes or no card. We also have Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords. This is about making decisions, being in balance and making decisions between things. And then we have the Nine of Swords, feeling a lot of anxiety about the situation, feeling a lot of worry. Is it over? I feel like this is your energy coming through, maybe even SB's a little bit. I'm not quite sure what the relationship is between you two. And then we have the Strength card, which is needing to have that strength to overcome the situation and have some work. So these, I think, are advice cards coming through. That's what I'm feeling very strongly. I do not think it's over. But what I'm sensing is, in order for this to work, it's going to take some work. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is where you're putting in a lot of effort to make a situation work to your benefit. The Eight of Pentacles is where you are putting in a lot of effort for the result to be something that you're proud of. So it's going to take effort on both parts, like from both parties, from you and SB. If this is something that you want to make it through, it's going to take effort on your side and it's going to take effort on their side. So, of course, that's where free will comes into play. The Eight of Pentacles is saying this isn't going to be easy. If this is something that you guys want, it's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of strength. It's going to take a lot of compassion for one another. That you can make it work, that no, it's not over. But right now, your relationship is kind of hanging in the balance, kind of how I see it. It's hanging in the balance with the Two of Pentacles, which is literally meaning balance. And then it's just right now, things are kind of unforeseen right now. You feel kind of blinded about the situation. You feel a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. Overall, the energy is saying, no, it's not over. I just feel like, do you want to put that effort in? Do you want to put a lot of work into the situation to make this work? That's a question. Is there somebody else involved in the relationship? Is there another party? I don't mean necessarily another romantic interest. I mean, it could be, but is there like a third party involved that's making this complicated, this relationship more complicated between you? Shan, just out of curiosity. Or do you think that, was there issues of like, you thinking that there was someone else involved? Some suspicion that there was somebody else involved in the relationship, just because there's a overall energy of Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. So this is like the overall energy here at the bottom of the deck, and it could be what's getting in the way of a happy relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is a third party. It could mean that there was just suspicion of a third party. But I just wonder if maybe there was something going on there. But you don't have to answer, obviously, if that's personal. But I just wanted to let you know that I saw this at the bottom of the deck. And a lot of times, Three of Cups can signify somebody else involved in the relationship. Whether that be their mom getting involved in a relationship, whether it be their friends, whether that be, your family, whether that be an actual, cheating situation, infidelity, something like that. Just another person involved in the relationship that's making it more complicated. But anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. So I don't foresee it being completely over between the two of you. I just feel like it's stagnant. Obviously, it's at a standstill. There's not really, that's what that also means, is standstill. The Two of Swords. Kind of like a stalemate right now. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's over. It's just going to take a lot of work to get you guys back to a healthy state. So I hope that all of that kind of resonated and kind of gave you some clarity and understanding to be able to move forward with what it's going to take. But I feel like, you guys can make it work. Adriana, thank you so much for your donation. So Adriana donated, so we're going to move on to our next donation. Go ahead with your question. I don't think I've seen it yet. All right, Shan Mona, I will take you after Adriana, okay, with your next question. Okay, perfect. Just a heads up for everybody that's in here waiting for a free reading. If you hit the subscription and notification bell, it always notifies you when I go live. If I do free readings, usually you can get those in at the very beginning. Because once the the live goes on a little bit longer, the more donations come through and the harder it is to get the free readings in. So just a little tip, if a free reading is something that you are interested in, if you subscribe and you hit the notification bell, it'll notify you every time that I go live. It's a lot easier to get a free reading in when you hop on right away versus hanging around, towards the end. But absolutely, if you want to hang out with me, I'd love to have you guys here, and I will do my best to get around to some more free readings. All right, so Adriana wants to know, should I give up on my connection with Alex? Okay, so that sounds like a question of free will, Adriana. And typically I don't answer questions of free will. Is there a different way that you want to word that? Do you want to see what the energy is surrounding your connection with Alex so you can make that decision on your own? Do you want to see what Alex's current feelings are for you so that way you can make that decision on your own? Because I don't typically answer questions of free will. So let me know how you want to reword that. Because that's kind of a decision that you need to make. You know what I mean? Okay, Shan, that's good. So then the Three of Cups also signifies celebration. The Three of Cups also signifies friendship, creativity, community, and coming together. So on a positive note of that energy coming through at the bottom, that can signify what you want out of the relationship. And you want to live in that harmonious, celebratory kind of energy with that person. So that's where you can get to. That's the overall energy at the bottom of the deck. That's where you can get to if you put in that hard work. And, you guys work together on that. So I just wanted to mention that Three of Cups thing at the bottom because whenever I see Three of Cups, it's always like the first thing that I think of every single time. But there's always a positive side. There's a shadow side of a card and there's a light side of a card. So I always want to make sure that you're aware of both sides of those. Yeah, my chat always lags a little bit. I think it's about like 15 to 20 seconds behind. Okay, so Adriana wants to know, what are Alex's current feelings for Adriana? Okay. What are Alex's current feelings for Adriana? Adriana, there's a lot of head and heart space energy within this reading. I think in his heart, he finds you to be someone who's very warm and very loving. And I think that in his heart, deep down, he knows that you're somebody he sees and feels for romantically. But his head, he just really blocks it out, man. And he just becomes this indecisive kind of person. He just becomes extremely slow moving and like introspective and internal. Like these cards, they just keep like flying out. I gotta stop here. So we have the Fool, okay? And so when you have the feelings of the Fool, you are free and you're free spirited and it's new beginnings and it's so fun and so exciting. And you have the Lovers. The Lovers are someone you feel in alignment with and you feel that romance and that passion with. And it's a major arcana card, so it's a very significant connection that you feel with this person, okay? This is like soulmate connection with the Lovers card. It's a very deep union and connection. It's where you feel like in alignment with someone's values, and it's like just such a beautiful love, okay? So I feel like this connection with you, Alex feels deep with you in this connection. Feels that you're a very warm, soft space to land. There's just some indecision here. With the Two of Pentacles, it's where you're trying to create some balance, maybe, or some, it's where your life feels imbalanced. You're trying to create that balance. You're trying to figure out what are your priorities, what's your management situation in life, like what is your priority and what do you need to make priority and how are you going to balance these things in your life. That's kind of the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords is kind of like in the last reading where it's like a stalemate. Okay, so you're not really moving forward, you're not really moving back, you're indecisive about what you want, and you're indecisive because you feel like you can't see clearly. You feel like you're making a decision between two things and you don't know how these things are going to turn out. So I feel like that's probably what's holding him back. Not only that, but he seems to be a very slow moving kind of person where he's very methodical, and if he makes the wrong decision about something, it's going to ruin his whole entire life. Like these people who are like Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles kind of people, they really think very thoroughly through their decisions. And it's like if they make the wrong decision, their whole life comes crashing down. So they really think very cautiously and thoroughly through the things that they do because they don't want to make the wrong decision. And it's probably why, you are unsure about how he feels. It's taking some time. I think you said Alex is a he. I'm pretty sure. So I'm just going to go with he. So Four of Swords is where you're introspective, okay? You're taking some time for yourself and focusing on yourself, maybe because of the Two of Pentacles energy. You said he's a Taurus, so that's the Pentacle energy here with the Knight of Pentacles. So it's causing him some tension a little bit within himself. The Five of Swords here, the Five of Swords is where you're kind of having some conflict, usually externally with someone else, but within this tarot, intuitively, when I see it as it can be internal conflict, especially with the shadow self. What I'm picking up with this card is that it's causing him some internal headache. I don't think that it has a lot to do with you because when asking for, how he feels about you currently, we have Ace of Cups, which is about new love, new feelings, a renewed sense of emotions and overflowing love. We also have the Fool. So this is, again, new beginnings in love, new beginnings just in general. And then we have the World, which is accomplishments and feeling complete and just a sense of just overall fulfillment. And so as far as feelings for you, I don't feel like it's anything about you. Okay, so if that helps you make a decision whether or not you should move forward with or without him. I hope that that makes things a little bit more clear. I definitely feel like there's feelings there for you, and I feel very confident with the Lover's card coming out. His feelings for you are pure. I forgot to mention to anybody, if I feel called to do an oracle pull for you, I will. Like I did some earlier for career readings, because those specifically surrounded the question that people were asking. I really just like to stick with tarot because that's just what I love to do. But if anybody wants like an oracle pull, let me know. For time readings, I do my Moonology deck, and then I also have Life Purpose if you have any questions surrounding your career path or life purpose. And then if you have any questions surrounding like what's coming towards you in the next, month or something like that, I have an Angels of Abundance card. If you just want some advice from your spirit guides, I have some Crystal Angels. If you want some advice from yourself or from your spirit guides, I have some Work Your Light. And then also if you want some advice cards in regards to love, I can also do Whispers of Love, which maybe give you some insight or advice in regards to your romantic situation. So. All right, so we have some donations. Shan Mona is up next. Just let me know if you would like a oracle pull. If you donated, just let me know. If you just say you want an oracle draw, and I'll add that into your reading. Okay, so you want to get an idea of SB's feelings and intentions. Okay, perfect. All right, so after Shan Mona, where are we with donations? Who do we have left on the list? Okay, so Shan wants an oracle pull as well. Okay. Thanks for everyone who's subscribing. You guys are the best. If you can let me know who is next on the donation list after Shan, that would be awesome. All right, so what are SB's intentions? Okay. What are SB's intentions? Feelings and intentions towards Shan Mona. What are SB's? All right, we're going to start with feelings, and then we'll go with intentions. We'll do a 3-card pool for feelings, and we'll do a 3-card pool for intentions. What are SB's feelings for Shan Mona? Nope, they're telling me to do intentions first. We'll start with intentions. Okay. What are SB's intentions towards Shan Mona? Please, intentions towards Shan Mona. What are SB's intentions towards Shan Mona? That Two of Swords again, man. Any other intentions towards channeling that? Any other intentions? Any other feelings towards channeling? Any other feelings towards channeling? Okay, so as far as intentions go, you know what? I don't think that he has intentions per se. I think that he just has feelings. And I think that that's why intentions came out first, because he's feeling a bit on the outside. With the Five of Pentacles is where you're feeling very alone, lonely, out in the cold. You feel locked out of a situation where you really shouldn't be, in all honesty, because if you see, you have the key to let yourself back in. But for whatever reason, you don't understand that you have that. It's almost like you put yourself on the outside and you're kind of like feeling sorry for yourself. And you're like, dude, you could literally let yourself back in. Why are you so upset? You're on the outside and you're feeling so lonely and so upset. And it's just like so easy to just put in the effort to like walk right through that door, but you're just not doing it, right? And his intentions are that he's just trying to think about the situation. With the Queen of Swords, it's about gaining perspective and gaining insight on how do I fix the situation. Because there's kind of like a story here with the Two of Swords, feeling kind of blinded and not really sure how to make it through and what decision to make, and feeling kind of on the outside here. There's just this feeling of severe isolation. And then saying, okay, well, how do I fix the situation? How do I get in this energy of feeling passionate again and being in this relationship of feeling passionate again and lustful and adventurous and social and just overall being just in this like positive, warm atmosphere? These are almost like the complete opposite. This is very cold and distant, and this is very warm and inviting. The feelings, I think that SB is trying to find a way back to you. Trying to find a way to absolve situations from the past. We have Judgment, and Judgment is about healing, absolving yourself from the things that bring you shame and guilt, and really things that maybe you need to move past, but you're having a real struggle from moving past. Things that you shouldn't feel shame or guilt about anymore, but for whatever reason, they still eat you up inside. And it's like you need to absolve yourself from them. And maybe past resentments towards other people, that if you want to be able to move forward and heal from them, you really just need to let them go. And this picture is just so powerful here because it's like, free yourself from that. Heal yourself from that. And so there's this manifestation situation happening here where he's in the mindset of these feelings and trying to bring about this energy surrounding the relationship, but there's still the sense of apathy and despondence with the Four of Cups and like hopelessness that he doesn't think that he's going to be able to make it work. So I'm not seeing extreme feelings of like romance. I'm not seeing extreme feelings of like connection with you. But that's not really surprising because I feel like he's still kind of in this energy of feeling like he may not be able to make it work. But the hopeful thing about this is that he's having that perspective. He's trying to figure out, how do I make this work? What can I do? We need to have healing. We need to move past this. We need to absolve ourselves from like past resentments and guilt and shame. How do I move forward? What can I do? He's like looking out the window, trying to figure it out, trying to manifest. There's just some hopelessness here. The intentions are to try to make this work. I just don't think that he stepped forward. I don't know. There's just still some independent energy here. And that's the thing that sucks about, you know, these questions, is that and it's very heavy. It feels very heavy. But when you ask questions to the tarot and you are asking questions to spirit and you're saying, this is what I want to know right now, these are questions surrounding the current energy about the situation. Things can change in 2 days. But this is what's coming through right now, and this is how he's feeling right now. And feelings and energy, it's all fluid. It's not fixed. And this is the most that I can give right now because this is the headspace that he's in. So that's what I have at the moment. We still have some independent energy. We still have some attachments to toxic traits, maybe some negative thought patterns or bad habits or... Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Someone's calling me. My phone is ringing, and my phone is my webcam. Hey, hun. Riley's calling me. Can you give her a call?
Yeah.
Okay. These are like attachments to negative thought patterns, bad habits. Anything that you can think of, like addictions, things that bring you down, things that shouldn't really... Oh, my God. She won't stop calling me. Give her a call, please. Things that just bring you down and that have you hooked, and things that you need to break yourself free from. So those are some things that are underlying energies here. So I'm not quite sure what it is that is holding him back, but I think that's what he's trying to do, is just absolve himself from these things. So let me go ahead and pull out some whispers of love. I want to get some insight on his feelings for you, his current feelings for you. These are some great cards to get some insight on some underlying energy here. They're actually love messages, and I think that it would be really helpful just to see what cards come out. That ringtone used to be your alarm. I know, it's like the standard one on the phone, and I've just never changed it. It's my boyfriend's niece, and he's supposed to go visit her today. And if she can't get a hold of him, she like blows up my phone and she won't stop calling. She's so cute though. She's 9 and she like is obsessed with him and she loves him so much. And she's always like, when are you guys coming over? And I don't think that she realizes that I'm like, using my phone right now. Anyway. These feelings towards Shannon. All right, so we have forgiveness. He's wanting to forgive. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. He wants to focus on love. He wants to look for the good. He wants to slow down, pause, and let things unfold. Anything else? Any other love messages? For Shanmona, anything else? Get to know each other, learn to meet another's need for love. So get to know each other and learn to meet another's need for love makes me feel like this perspective card. It makes me feel like this magician card, and it makes me feel too about love languages. Get to know each other and learn to meet another's need for love is like, what is that other person's love language? What does that other person need? What does they crave? What do they need in a relationship? It brings me back to that Eight of Pentacles card where it's like, this is going to take some work. That Strength card, this is going to take some strength. This is going to take some bonding, some connection, and some effort from both sides to bring you guys back together, but it can happen. And I definitely feel like this is not hopeless for the two of you. Sorry about that interruption for that call, Mona. This is a very heavy reading. I don't know. I think I'm tapping into SB's energy or something, but I'm feeling like really heavy. Do you know what it feels like when you put a weighted blanket on your body and you just feel like very, or like you take like some muscle relaxers or something, your whole body just feels like it weighs like 1,000 pounds. It's kind of like what I feel physically. And I relate that to just feeling overall very heavy, and that just feels like a very heavy reading. I'm going to need to do a clearing. I don't know what's going on. You're welcome, Shan. All right, so there's no other donations. Thank you, so accurate. I just hate there isn't love or something. I know. And like even with the love messages, it's all about like forgiveness, focusing back on love, and like it's all about work and effort and like, putting the shift back on making it work. So I wish that there was romance cards for you too. I wish there was something like, the Ten of Pentacles or something along those lines. Just anything like the 10, the 10 of Cups or the Lover's card or something. Everyone always hopes for that. But this is real life, and sometimes it's not always going to be like that. But things are always changing, and next week it could be different. So all right, so I'm called to address Mansi Kumari's question, universe messages. This is a free reading right now. We don't have anything on our donations list at the moment. So if you would like to donate and be priority on the list, feel free. I will be hopping off here, I don't know, in about probably 30 minutes or so. Nancy Kumari, universe messages, please. Nancy Kumari, universe messages. So I feel like there's some messages coming through about maybe possibly insecurities of some sort. There's a couple things here. Self-confidence, progress, not perfection, cooperation instead of competition. So these are the messages here. Believe in yourself by believing the universe is working through you. Progress, not perfection. Do not compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. I think that it's really important to understand that the universe is constantly working through you. The universe is on your side. It has your back. Once you've decided what it is that you want, the universe is going to be there for you to help you through that. Progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others. I think we have such a hard time with that, especially through social media, especially through outlets like that, because it's so easy to see what other people have and compare yourself to that. And just focus on what you have, focus on what you've accomplished, focusing on yourself, because you don't want to put out into the energy, into the universe and say, what I lack. This is what I lack, because they're going to continue to focus on, the universe will say, okay, they're focusing on what they lack, therefore we're going to continue to give them what they lack. That's like the law of attraction. So don't judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come, what you've learned. Be grateful for the things that you've learned. Be thankful for the things that you haven't even come to accomplish yet, and just keep being thankful for those things, and those things will be easily more attracted to you. If you say, I'm thankful for my paycheck next week, that paycheck's going to come. If you say, I'm thankful for this or that or whatever, just be thankful for whatever it is that you have. Even if you don't have it yet, those things will be more easily attracted to you. We have cooperation instead of competition. What is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete. So we have, again, do not compare yourself to others. So there's something here about comparing yourself. There's no need to compete. There's enough abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share for others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So just know that whatever it is that you want, you can have. That there's not a limited resource out there. There's so many millionaires, there's so many billionaires, there's so many people who want trips to Italy that can have trips to Italy, or trips to Switzerland or New Zealand, or that want that pair of shoes or whatever. Like, there's unlimited resources. Energy is energy, money is energy. If you want it, you can have it. Just don't compare yourself to others, that you can have it and they can have it and everyone can have it. If you want 1,000,000 subscribers, someone else can have 1,000,000 subscribers too. Just don't compare yourself to other people. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Kind of like that Six of Pentacles, where you want to make sure that you're being generous, but you're also allowing yourself to receive. Accepting and offering is this even exchange and this even balance. Asking for help is a sign of strength. Keep that in mind. Don't feel like you have too much pride where if you need help, you can't ask for it. Very often, when you ask the universe for help, or you ask God for help, or whatever it is that you believe in, whatever entity it is that you believe in, the universe will send to you people to help you. So understand that those prayers or whatever it is you're asking for is answered through other people, and don't be afraid to accept that help. Be sure to accept this assistance, as well as give it to other people if you're guided to help someone else. Moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. So if there's something that you want to achieve, like for example, me right now, I love reading tarot, but I'm working full-time to pay the bills. That's what's saying moonlighting. So work full-time, but do your passion on the side, so that way you can continue to build that, follow your life purpose. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So the universe is saying to you, if there's something that's on your heart, if there's a passion that you have and something that you want to do, get started, because you're being supported. I'm going to pull a couple tarot cards for you. Pay attention to the thoughts that come through, the ideas that come through, any new inspiration that comes through with the Ace of Swords. It's a lot of raw power, breakthroughs, and mental clarity that you want to pay attention to. With the Ace of Pentacles, there's some manifestation that is coming through with new financial opportunity or prosperity with the Ace of Pentacles. I think that's supported here with the Oracle cards. So just a lot of new energy here. The Five of Pentacles also is a message from the universe to make sure that you don't ever make yourself feel insecure, feel little. You have all the power, and with this Five of Pentacles card, it's saying make yourself not feel isolated. Don't feel insecure. Know that you always have the key to let yourself on the inside, that you have all the power here. So if ever you're feeling insecure on the outside, feeling out in the cold, feeling lonely, feeling upset or depressed or feeling tattered or worn, that you do hold the key that gives you the power to hold all the success and the accomplishment and all the things that you want in life. So this is the message from the universe for you. And I hope that that helps. That was for Mansi Kumari. You're welcome. For everyone else that's hopping on, I am going to be on for probably another 20 minutes or so. If you would like to donate to guarantee a reading, feel free to do so. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on with my free random draws here. Thank you, Peach, for helping me today. Is Cheryl still here? My moderator, my other moderator. Peach, since you're a mod now, I'm going to get you a free reading next time, okay? And yes, if anybody wants a private reading, just email me and I will send you all the details. Jada, it's your birthday, right? I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for you. I'm called to read from this deck for Jada. This is the Work Your Light Oracle. I'm not extremely familiar with it, but the imagery really speaks to me. So if there's anything that I feel like I need to read from the book, I will definitely do so, because I want to make sure that you get the messages incomplete. But there's a couple other decks that I'll pull from for your messages as well. All right, so Jada wants to know if there's any spirit messages at this time. I'm sure there is. There's always spirit messages. What messages does Spirit have for Jada? To make sure we're like completely in view here. Ooh. Lots of pink going on. We have lots of like love, self-healing happening. These are like beautiful colors. Spirit messages for all right, so this card tried to pop out twice and then it just fell out again. So we definitely have to go with this card for sure. So for these cards up here, the Work Your Light, I'm going to go out of the book because like I said, I'm not too familiar with them, but they're extremely beautiful and I felt called to pull for you with them. So we have Irama. What are you being called to journey to? Where are you being called to journey to? Excuse me. Let me pull that up here. The Celtic word means a journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul knows the way. If you pull this card, you're either being called on a journey or already on one. It could be to a physical, ancient place or metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You're being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is a journey to the world's sacred sites, or it's called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. So if you're called to a specific place, a specific location in the world, what's saying is follow this longing, this calling to do so. It's saying, or if it's metaphoric, then if it's something like in the, if you meditate a lot, then go there in your meditations as well. There are places to see and old friends to meet, which is interesting because this is about old friends or like people from your past. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage is impossible, journey through the portal of your heart, follow the invisible soul trail, and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place, or perhaps you are being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Wherever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. We also have the Great Gathering. Oh, you said you're going back to school for public law. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's so exciting. We also have the Great Gathering. Let me see where that one is. So the Great Gathering says it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. You're being called to let your intuition move you physically. You're connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded, sorry. The card is acknowledgement that you're either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or you already are. You're being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you in your soul's personal mission. So if you are called to join Facebook groups, called to be in chats like this, like live feeds with tarot readers, if you're being called to, like you said, go back to public law, if you're called to be a part of certain circles of people or things like that, it's saying that follow these callings because that's what your soul is asking you to do. You need to be more in alignment with people who are in alignment with you. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of the many consciously choosing to devote your life is something greater than yourself. Wow, that's a powerful line, especially since you said that you're going back to school for public law. One of the many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe to sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you're longing and searching for them, they're longing and searching for you too. We also have play, which is have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Stop taking life so seriously. Your spirit needs to have some fun. The more you play, the more inspiration will follow. Take time out to do something without being attached to the outcome. You're being called to rest and play and learn to have more fun. Do something that makes you laugh, the best medicine around. Call upon a friend that you can be silly with. Take your inner child out on a date. Your inner child, again with that card. The more you switch off your mind, the more room your spirit has time to whisper and guide. When we do things without being attached to the outcome, ideas, clarity, guidance, and solutions have a place to drop in. The left and right hemispheres of the brain can begin to talk to each other. Make play a compulsory part of your day. Schedule it. Spending more time doing things just because you love to do them, just because they bring you joy and light you up. If you follow what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. For when you're lit up, you're in spirit. And when you're in spirit, you fall in love and fall into the flow with life. How do you play? What do you do to have fun? What lights you up? If you've been working hard lately, it's time to celebrate how far you've come and all that you've achieved. Don't rush on to the next thing. Take a moment to throw a party, go on vacation, or have some fun. I feel like I mentioned that earlier. Did I say like go travel or do something? I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realm. So I feel like that one's probably going to be about there's people supporting you in the other realms, that you have like a spiritual team. That's kind of what that card looks like to me. Like, how beautiful is that card? So Council of Light is 94. You got a lot of activation cards. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. So the activation cards, I think, have to do a lot with raising the consciousness of the planet, and I think that's kind of what you're here to do. So it's kind of crazy how you mentioned what you're going back to school for. They're here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it's time to ask them. They can help you with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spiritual realm. They're willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team to ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of earth and all humanity. If you're a light worker, it is from them that you will receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world, United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your request and let them get to work. That's so beautiful. We also have watermelon tourmaline, which is stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. I feel like that's a lot like the play card, which is taking time for yourself to play, to de-stress, to have time for yourself. We also have rose quartz. Want to let you know it says love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. So we also have Knight of Cups, which is the romance card. I always say it's the Knight in Shining Armor card. It's about new romance. All of those like new feelings you get when you start dating someone new. So don't be surprised if you are already dating someone new, or if someone new comes into your life, you've got a new or renewed. Or if you're in a relationship, it could be a sense of renewal within the relationship. We also have Topaz, Forgiveness Heals, time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. If you're holding on to any resentment, anything like that, you want to be like the Judgment card, where you're absolving yourself from any toxic blocks, anything that's holding you back. If you're not sure if you have any blockages, look into energetic healing, because we have some cards here saying that there's some much needed de-stressing of your mind, okay? So these are just some advice cards. We also have increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and support. And how beautiful is it that this card comes underneath the Council of Light? There's just something beautiful about that. It seems very much like these cards go hand in hand. You have increased support, and you have divine orchestration helpers in the subtle realm. You are definitely being supported by your spiritual team. We also have Temperance, which is doing everything in moderation. So make sure that you have that balance in your life. You have that play, but know that you are also here on this earth to do the things that you're called to do. And the Six of Cups, I think, was just to have that confirmation within the cards that I was reading. If you are not in a relationship at all, I think that it's possible that maybe there's someone from your past coming back, maybe an old friendship. Maybe that could be what the new love is about, or maybe it's just about you're just exploring something from your past. Like you said, you're going back to school to do law. That could be that connection of the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about nostalgia, familiarity, things from your past, beautiful memories from the past. This is like one of my favorite cards. I just love the Six of Cups. It could be about reunions. It could be about having that innocence. It could be that connection of that playful, childlike nature. That could be the connection between those two cards. We do have the Moon here, though. That kind of threw me off. This card keeps trying to jump out. So we have the Moon, and this is about, it can be about illusions. It can be about secrets. It can be about things kept suppressed underneath, which may be what's needing to heal. So just keep in mind that there's something underneath, deep down underneath, that needs some healing, okay? There's something going on, that there's a block of some sort. Maybe some anxiety, maybe some insecurity, and it can be on the subconscious level, but we just need to make sure that that we're healing from that, okay? Yeah, there could be a past love coming back. This came up next to the Knight of Cups. It could be a past love coming back to each other. Yeah. You said a guy used to have a crush. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. I was like having a coughing fit. There was a guy we used to have a crush on each other. Yeah, I think that it could be someone from your past. A lot of times, Six of Cups can mean someone from your past coming up in a new love. But it says love life, new or renewed love is here for you. And then we also have the Knight of Cups. So I definitely see someone coming in for you. Also, keep in mind if you're into crystals, into crystal healing, or just having crystals around or on you, definitely something in the pink or red, something to do with like pink or red colors, and then also blue. I can't remember what chakras those are. I think that it has to do with like heart healing, and then the blue I think is throat chakra. Guys, I literally have no idea. Double check me if anyone knows about chakras, but these are kind of the colors, like red and pink, and then kind of like maybe some blues is kind of like what Spirit is saying that you're needing. We have watermelon, tourmaline. Rose quartz is a really common, popular one. for just some love life amplifiers, and then also just self-love healing as well. And then we have topaz, and then apophyllite as well, if I'm saying that correctly. Aww. All right, so next on the list, we have Love Me 113. And unless we have any other donations, I think I'm going to go ahead and close the list, Peach, if that's okay. Oh, Jada, I'm sorry. That's so upsetting. Whoa, my throat chakra. If blue is throat chakra, yes, please get some clearing in your throat chakra. You said you're trying to heal from that, from bullying. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is awful. My heart goes out to you with that. That I know that can take a lot of time to try to heal from things of that nature, but you have a lot of beautiful cards. You're on this earth with a purpose, and I definitely see that here. You're welcome, Jada. Happy birthday again. Let me know if that crush comes back. Where's the question at? Is it in the chat? My camera's turning off for a second, guys. Oh. Um, Love Me 113. I just saw your question on Cash App. That's a really intense question. I typically don't answer questions like that. Are you wondering which one, or are you certain it's going to happen to one of them? I'm just a little bit confused why this question's being asked. I don't really do predictions in that sense. I can do like time frame questions and things like that. Um, but they're all surrounding the current energy. I'm a clairsentient tarot reader. I typically deal with like energies and feelings and things like that. So if you want to change your question, feel free, or I can refund you. But to be completely honest, I don't feel like comfortable answering a question that severe. Did you want to change your question, or do you want a refund? Oh, he's in the hospital. Yeah, I typically don't ask questions surrounding health. I just feel like that puts a lot of, yeah. And like, I wouldn't want to get your hopes up either way or like disappoint you or anything like that. Because with me, I go off of like energies of how people are feeling. And I feel like if I try to tap into energy of someone who's in the hospital, I can make myself sick. You know what I mean? And I don't want to. That's what makes me uncomfortable. I'm not a strong enough person to, because I have an autoimmune disorder myself, and if I tap into an energy of someone who is sick or in the hospital or something, I can put myself at risk. And I just okay. What question would you like to ask? I'm sorry. I feel really bad about that. And if you feel comfortable asking the question in the chat, you can also retract the question afterwards if you want. If you don't want to leave it in the chat. Hi Libra, thanks for joining us. My list is closed as of right now, but please subscribe and tap the notification bell so that way you know every time I go live. And we can try again, maybe sometime this week when I go live again. Okay. What is hidden from your mom? What is being hidden? Wow. You said, what is being hidden from your mom? And then you said financially and emotionally. And what's so crazy is that financially came in reverse, emotionally came in reverse. When King of Pentacles is upright, it indicates someone who is financially stable, in someone who has that solid foundation and structure. They're so very secure, they're in power, they're in discipline, they're abundant. And when the Ace of Cups is upright, it's the overflowing emotions, it's overflowing love and feelings of just compassion, and you just feel it. Like, it's just this beautiful, like, overflowing, and it's reciprocated. And both of those things are in reverse. So it's very, I don't know if I guess the word is fitting, or like, I don't know. It's very interesting that these cards came out when you were saying financial and emotional. Is your mom moving? I almost feel like there's something about packing up and moving. We have the Ten of Wands, which is feeling a heavy burden with responsibility. And just, this card to me resembles like packing up your bags. Every time I see this card, I think you're packing up and you're moving on. But this card can also suggest feeling a heavy responsibility and stress about a situation. And the Knight of Pentacles is about moving slowly, but also when I see this card, I think about him moving on and walking away from a situation. So packing up and moving on with these two cards, I'm wondering if what's being hidden is a possibility of a move. There's definitely things being hidden for sure, because we have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords indicates restrictions. Almost like imprisonment of some sort. I'm not seeing the moon, which is definitely illusions and secrets and things like that. It's at the bottom of the deck here. The Ten of Swords in reverse. I think this is something that you guys hopefully will recover from. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, it could mean that you guys would be able to recover from it. I mean, it really could go either way. You guys can recover from it, or you guys, it'll just... Man, this is a heavy reading. See, with the Five of Swords, this can indicate a lot of conflict between, sometimes internally, but it can mean externally. I'm trying to like walk through this here and try to figure out what's being hidden from you, because the Five of Swords is where you have conflict with someone else, where you guys are fighting and you're arguing, and one person always wants to be right, where someone always wants to be the person that comes out on top, and you guys are always arguing, and even if one person wins, it's like a hollow win, because you're not actually winning, okay? Because nothing's actually being resolved. So you're just like, oh yeah, I won that one. But like, you didn't, because nothing was resolved out of the situation. And chances are you're just going to go back and have the same argument all over again. And it's just causing a lot of tension, a lot of strife within the relationship. It's causing a stagnant situation. You guys are just kind of suspended. There's just a lot of things with restriction here. Maybe part of the thing is she feels like she sacrificed a lot for you with the Hanged Man. She feels like she's kind of like a martyr maybe in the situation, and feels like she sacrificed a lot and she's not really getting the appreciation that she needs. The Three of Pentacles, though, that's about teamwork and feeling fulfilled. What is being hidden? You said, did she steal money from you? And yes. Well, did she steal money from you? That's not the question that I asked. So I can't answer that because I always ask to, answer the question surrounding. The answer is in the question that I asked, because Tarot is very literal. I don't see anything like they're sneaking away with anything. Like if the Seven of Swords came up or something like that, that could indicate stealing from you. I don't see the Seven of Swords. The Empress can mean pregnancy, but I don't know how old your mom is. If she's a young mom. I'm having a lot of trouble. Let me see if anything else comes out here. What is being hidden? What is being hidden? What is being hidden? From Love Me 113. What is Love Me 113 hiding? What is Love Me 113's hiding? What is Love Me 113's hiding? What is Love Me 113's hiding? You know what? I don't know. You said she's 35. I mean, she could be. She could be hiding a pregnancy. But a lot of times though, it could feel like someone's hiding something and they're not. It's just that there's a lot of conflict. We have the Five of Wands, which is about avoiding conflict. agreeing just to disagree because we don't really want to resolve the issues that we have going on. We have the Nine of Swords, but it's in reverse, just like the Five of Wands is in reverse. Maybe she's just feeling kind of tormented about the situation, kind of feeling hopeless about the relationship that she has with you. And she's kind of keeping those feelings close to her and not really wanting to express how she truly feels. Maybe that's what she's keeping hidden. I don't know. It could just be her feelings. Hey, country, I'm going to have to refund you. I'm so sorry. But I am signing off here. I'm going to see if there's any more cards that pull out for you, Love Me. What's being hidden between Love Me and her mom? What is her mom hiding? What is Love Me's mom hiding? Oh, it looked like my screen is frozen. Can you guys see me at all? Do I need to refresh my screen? Message me in the chat if I need to get my camera working again. Can you see me okay? Because my screen's frozen, so I just want to make sure that you guys can see me okay. Oh, can you guys see me? Because I don't want to keep going if you guys can't see me. Here we go. Okay, so what just popped out was the Nine of Cups. I'm going to try to fix my camera, actually. Wow, that sucks. I wonder if there's a way to refresh this. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep talking if you can hear me. What popped out was the Nine of Cups, which is feeling fulfilled, feeling abundant, and having a lot of money. And then also what popped out was the Seven of Swords. And remember when I said Seven of Swords is about being like sneaky? Remember when you asked if like, did she steal from me? And I said, well, Seven of Swords hasn't come out. We can see the screen. It's frozen. Okay. Remember when I said the Seven of Swords hasn't come out? Like if the Seven of Swords came out, that would indicate maybe like some sneaky behavior or possibly like stealing from you. So the Seven of Swords came out. I wish my screen wasn't frozen. I'm so upset. So the two cards that came out together when I kept drawing was the Nine of Cups, which is someone feeling very fulfilled, having some money, feeling good about having that money. And then the Seven of Swords, which is about like sneaky behavior and not being their true selves and not showing their true selves to people. So if that answers your question, it's a possibility that if you feel like she might have taken something from you or stolen money from you or something like that, I kept shuffling and those two cards came out. So you could consider that confirmation and that is possibility that did actually take place. I'm really sorry that my screen is not working. So I think I'm going to go ahead and conclude it there. Because that was my last reading. And I'm sorry that that happened and that my screen isn't working. But yeah, that's Nine of Cups and Seven of Swords were the last two cards that came out that you can't see right now. I'm trying to like refresh my screen in hopes that it will work. But I don't think that it will. Because I kind of wanted you to get a visual of what these cards look like, but you're welcome, love me. Alright guys, well that's a wrap. I'm so sorry that my screen is frozen again. I cannot apologize enough. I'm kind of glad that it happened towards the end of the reading if it was going to happen at all. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the subscriptions. You guys are amazing. I'm going to go ahead and call it. And